Internet, and welcome to another episode of All Myths Are True. I am your game master, Savvy, and these are my friends, and we're gonna play some Tales from the Loop tonight. But before we get started, I have some announcements. Really, it's mostly just our schedule. It's not really anything exciting or new, but I'm going to tell you about it anyway because I'm in the habit of doing so. And I pulled up my calendar this time. After this, on Saturday of this week at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, I will have a new episode of Saturday Night's Thunderball.
Thunderball. Sorry, I wanted to go full out on that.
That was really scary. I was not expecting you to do that, and now I'm dead. In which we play D&D, but it's sports, and so far it's going really well. Join us on Saturday to hear Kirk Storm's real voice, I guess. Then on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have a new episode of The Pursuit of the Black Kestrel, our formerly Pathfinder 2e, now D&D 5e miniseries. We're coming up on the end of the story, folks. So join us for that. And if you're not caught up, get over to our YouTube and get yourself caught up. On Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have a new episode of Eos, our other D&D 5e relatively new campaign that we have weekly that Barry runs. It's also getting very exciting. And then on Thursday, a week from today, same time, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, we will have the first official episode of Elegant Suffering, our Good Society game run by your friend and mine, Greek Sid. It's a Jane Austen themed token based RPG, and we're playing fancy people doing fancy things, and it's gonna be really fun. That's our next week. And then for my money on next Friday, May 22nd at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, head over to twitch.tv/encounter roleplay because I'm going to be running a short mini campaign of masks over there, and it's going to be really fun. That starts next Friday, 3 p.m. I'm running it. Sean is playing in it, and our friend, yours and mine from Slang 101, LB Hackamup, is also playing in it, as well as some faces that have been on Encounter Roleplay before. So it's teenagers and superheroes and prom. It's going to be really fun. And that's what's going on with me for the next week. Do you guys have anything you want to announce? Anything fun? I said all the things.
Nope, none of us are ever doing anything fun.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's
Nothing fun. Well, thanks for joining us, Internet. Just kidding. Well, if that is it, we will pick back up with All Myths Are True. This mystery. So we are picking up in the middle of a mystery around the town of Fountain City, Alabama. The birds have been acting strange. Some of them are talking. Some of them are harassing farm animals. Some of them have even attacked a couple of you, albeit when you were in their territory. We are counting down to the end of this mystery. I think you have discovered in an old Magnetrine ship a scientist, a mad scientist, maybe even, has been building a machine and putting microchips in the heads of birds to alter their behavior for strange and imparsible reasons to the four of you, because you're 12 and who knows why adults do what they do. But at the end of our last episode, you had gathered a set of plans for this machine, given them to Danny, who was trying to parse through them to see what you could do to make the machine turn off or reverse or something, to try to mitigate Fountain City's new bird problem. So, in the midst of all that, you had your first day of school, and it was great. And you had sports tryouts and band tryouts, and are signing up for clubs and things like that. So we're picking up on, unless there was anything else you all wanted to do that evening before, we are going to pick up the next day on Wednesday, September 4th. Unless you all have another, I suppose, relatively uneventful school day. Is there anything you guys wanted to accomplish before then? Or before your after school plans?
Can't think of anything.
Okay.
I don't think it needs to be RP'd, but would let my sister know, oh, hey, we've managed to talk to the old bird doc. He's weird.
She agrees with you. Okay, so you let her know that you managed to talk with him. Good. I don't know that she cares that much.
I'd give her a begrudging thank you for somehow facilitating that connection.
Okay.
I think Mike would show Axel and Danny the 3 cheerleaders which were hitting on his cousin. They may not have been hitting on him, but Mike's saying they were, just to exaggerate the situation.
No, they are trying to sit with you at lunch, I think.
Oh, that day at school?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I probably can't stop them. So.
I mean, you can try.
No, I think Mel's just giving in to this new reality that he finds himself in.
They're just kind of, so yeah, Axel and Danny, you have this pointed out to you by Mike. As Mel, I assume you most of the time probably don't sit with a lot of other people at lunch.
No, not typically.
Okay, so there's Sandra,
Amy.
Sandra, Kelly, and Amy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta roll my crush rolls to see if Axel is into them.
So
Oh,
Sam's
heck.
kind of the ringleader.
So while you're rolling that, Mike's probably going to be like, do you think they found out he's my cousin? Like, is my popularity spreading so fast already?
I mean, have you talked to them?
No.
Don't you have to like talk to people to like
That's what
be
I thought,
popular or
but-
whatever?
I don't know. How many Australians are here?
I'm pretty sure at first. Oh, okay.
Yes, so rolled the 3 crush rolls, only have a crush on Kelly, not Sandra or Amy.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Does Axel want to talk to them?
Not right now.
Of course not right now.
I assume Mike is pointing this out like over in the lunchroom somewhere is where all meeting up.
Yeah, I'll probably chill in the lunchroom.
Are we just going to leave him to sit amongst them alone and we go somewhere else? Or are we going to try and save him? Because I'm quite certain that Mel's not looking the most comfortable right now.
Probably not. He's probably like, I assume they're doing all the talking as things currently are.
Yeah, they just are kind of talking in your general
In my
vicinity,
area,
and then
yeah.
they'll like ask you a question about something or be like, "What do you think?"
Yeah, and that is the
Then-
only time where Mel just like either nods or shakes his head. I don't think he's saying really anything. I think he's very intimidated right now.
Oh.
They don't really
do
seem
we-
to notice.
Do we go?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go over there. Come on.
All right, so the 3 of you approach. Mel, you see your friends approaching you, lunches in hand.
The biggest grin on Mike's face right now.
Mel is seeing much like being stuck between two oncoming cars.
Oh no.
Seeing this happen and realizing, oh god, I think just kind of sinks down a little bit and is just preparing for just how uncomfortable this is all going to be and how much talking there's about to be around him.
Aw, buddy.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Mel.
Hey, can we
Wanna
come sit with you?
introduce us to your new friends?
Yeah, it looks kind of full at this table.
I have no idea how big these tables are, but I just kind of like looks and says, sure, yeah. I looked at like the other three, then back.
They're not really paying attention.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Just kind of like scoots over a bit on.
Excuse me? What do you mean they're not paying attention? Mike just walked over there.
Was he gonna say anything to that?
Yeah, if they're ignoring him, this is not cool. You're paying attention to my cousin who reads comic books. Mike walks over and you ignore him. Something's wrong with this school, okay? I've watched too many videos and movies to know something is wrong with this whole situation.
They were in the middle of a conversation.
They were.
And also, they're like 16.
Oh, they're 16.
Oh, they're old enough to be removed in mysteries, okay?
They're old enough to die.
Die in this world.
I didn't want to say that. That's why I said removed.
Removed.
They're old enough for me to pick them.
Oh my gosh.
Mel just takes
Two
a
of
bite
them.
out.
I think Amy's probably 15.
Yeah, Mel just takes a bite of a sandwich to avoid having to talk for at least a few beautiful seconds.
Mike's gonna offer everyone some chewing gum.
Yeah,
You're doing amazing.
I need you to just get a recording of you saying that to play it every time.
That's what I was gonna do with my sampler, so I could just push a button whenever I needed to say
Yeah,
chewing
for
gum.
next time, we're going to get that incredible sound effect. So. You offer everyone a piece of gum in the middle of them eating lunch, okay?
Yeah. This could be for afterwards, like to remove the smell of curried egg sandwiches.
I think Kelly and Amy just sort of continue talking, and Sanders kind of looks up at you and is like, "Oh, no thanks." He goes back to eating.
Hey, do you guys know Scott, my brother? You guys seem like the same, like in the same grade.
What's his last name?
Walker.
They think for a second, and then I think Kelly kind of like nods and is like, "Oh yeah, we have math together." That's your brother?
Yeah.
He's cool.
So, why you guys sitting with Mel?
I think they look at each other and then just kind of start like laughing, and Sander just kind of looks at you and is like, we can sit wherever we want. We like to talk to Mel.
But Mel doesn't like talking to like anybody.
Even his own cousin, he doesn't like talking. Just dropping that in case they don't know.
Well, if he doesn't want to sit with us, he's free to go.
Kind of looks at Mel.
Just takes another
What do you
bite
think,
of his
Mel?
sandwich.
Do you want to have lunch with us?
Mm. I mean,
I mean, 10 minutes ago when we asked you if we could sit with you, you said yes. So I don't know what's going on here.
Oh well, we didn't say you couldn't sit here. We were just wondering why, cause I don't know.
It's Belle.
Yeah.
It's not like
Mel's face is just like gone completely pale right now, not sure how to handle this confrontation.
Also, y'all are in the the upper classes. We're the new kids. I guess doesn't really make sense in my head with what I expected of high school social dynamics.
Right.
You're 3 to
We can
4
tell
years
you don't
older.
understand.
Whoa, are you being mean to another one of my friends?
No, not at all. You're just interrupting our lunch.
We normally sit with Mel. But really, you're interrupting our lunch.
Well, guess you should have asked him before we did.
Don't have to ask him. My cousin, I just sit here. Because we're friends, we don't have to
Ah.
ask. We already have, a non-verbal agreement that we'll hang out at lunchtime.
Mel, that's your cousin?
Yeah.
Cool. You can invite your friends to sit with us if you want.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to.
Just looks down at the
Matt.
table. I just
Well, we can go eat somewhere else.
Yeah.
They got here first.
oh, okay.
No worries. We'll see you after school anyways. Don't worry about it.
Can I? No, because Well, I'm wondering if an empathize role would kind of work here. I was reading it and was thinking maybe not, because the first thing is like, what's their weak spot? But then it's also like, what do they feel? What do they want? I
Ooh.
guess-
You go for what do they want?
Yeah. I actually want to empathize with Mel if I can.
Yeah.
About time
Oh.
someone did. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, sure, go ahead. So it's empathizing behind Jiminy
Oh,
Cricket.
geez, that's 4 successes.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
Dang.
her
obvious.
question.
Mel's brain
Help,
explodes.
help.
Okay, you
So-
can ask Mel, or you can ask Sean
Yeah.
4 questions about Mel, if there are even 4 that apply.
I think it's 5 because success is 2 questions and then each bonus
shit,
is
is
1
it?
additional.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so the
So-
rest of this session is just Axel finding out everything about Mel.
Yeah, I mean, I guess gonna start with, how does Mel feel right now?
I think uncomfortable. Not necessarily because of anyone specifically, but about this exchange that is going on right now.
Okay. Well, what do they want right now?
Oh boy. Invisibility. I mean, I think that's complicated because I don't think he had like a huge issue with the girls sitting with him. He also doesn't want to like irritate anyone, but like now he's having to choose between 2 groups. He doesn't want to have to make that choice.
Yep. I don't think any of the other questions are really applicable right now.
Is there anything else you want to know? You rolled so many.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Would it be possible to maybe figure out kind of what Mel's disposition is to the girls, other than being okay with it?
Like how
Without
he feels
getting-
about them?
Yeah, but without getting the whole reason yet, because obviously I can't just based on this role of why they're hanging around with him.
Yeah, if I can answer that, Savannah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think not a lot of people try to come up and be friends with Mel because he's so shy that he doesn't really like go out of his way to make friends with people. So this is a really strange experience for him, is people like wanting to be his friend. I mean, he's not like interested in them or anything like that. Mel's not really interested in girls. But I don't think he wants to irritate them. Like, I think he like wants to be friends, like in his own way. So I think that's where he's at.
Okay.
dice.
And I think
Um,
that this
Yeah, that's it.
and I think that this one would take me too long to come up with more questions, so I think we can just
If
move on.
if you want, if you're wanting, I'll say from like one of the girls, you can try to get some kind of like intention or something like that. Since you're standing here talking to them,
Okay.
or not, if you don't care, that's fine.
It gets is I don't know if this would be too much, but maybe trying to get is Sandra. What aspect of what is happening is most annoying to Sandra?
I mean, I think Sandra's a pretty open book. I think from what you can tell, from her perspective, you guys just walked up and kind of inserted yourselves into their lunch. They don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mike was a little bit rude. So like when she says you interrupted our lunch, that's what she means.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. We'll leave you all to it. Mel, don't forget we got that project to work on after school, so we'll see you then.
Okay.
And then Axel will take his tray and go find another table.
Yeah.
Mark will follow them. If they hurt my cousin, I'm going to destroy their social career. Their social standing in this school is going to plummet. I'm the only one that
Okay.
messes with my cousin.
Alright. So you walk away. And Mel, your conversation goes back to the way it was before. But
Okay.
I think right before it does, one of them, I think Amy, the younger one, just kind of looks at you and says, "So, those are your friends?"
Yeah.
Are they cool or?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're nice. Mike's not really from around here, so he kind of.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. Where's he from?
Australia.
Cool.
But yeah, they're nice.
So, what are you working on?
Oh,
You
just
already have a project.
it's part of a club that one of them is in, and they wanted some help for it.
Ooh, club kids. Cool.
Yeah.
They start talking around you again.
Okay. I'm trying to be as awkward as Mel would be. He's not going to keep the conversation going.
Yeah, I think they ask you a couple more questions about like, the track team and random stuff. And
Mhm.
sports. They know a little about sports. So, yeah. You have lunch. The other three of you. Anything else?
If we're sitting in vision of them, the whole lunch Mike's just watching to see if they do anything sus. Do not trust these three at all.
You seem real bugged by those girls. What's the deal?
It does not make sense.
What, that Mel has more friends than just us?
Not that. It's you just started here, right, this year, correct? I don't know your school, like how schooling works there.
Yeah, I mean, we were at the lower school until this year, but most of them went through it at one point, and so
they're like 3 to 4 years older. It's been a day. It doesn't Mel's mother work here?
Yes, she's
yeah.
a teacher.
There's that, and then what year did Carrie?
Well,
1976, I would have seen it. 'Cause even though it was a horror film. You can't.
Wait, which film?
Bullies. Carrie.
Oh.
You can't. They could be just getting ready to build him up and then knock him down.
I hope
If
not.
they're mean girls. I don't
Well,
know. I hope not too. That's why I'm keeping an eye out because it just seems two different social standings: cheerleaders and Mel, like 3 to 4 years age difference. First day of high school.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's something to it. Maybe there's not. But
If they just want to be friends and help increase their social status, go for it.
you seem really like focused on this whole like status thing going on.
I've watched a lot of movies. Like a lot of
Right.
Yeah, I guess Hollywood does kind of make out, that's all school is about.
I mean, which I guess is part of it, but also there's like actual school and stuff.
That's useful and like afterwards.
Yeah, speaking of afterwards, are we want to do this thing tonight? We're gonna go confront Mr. Bird Doctor Man.
I mean, I guess that depends on, did you get enough from the documents, the diagrams we got? Do you think you can do this?
I can't remember if I rolled last time or not for trying to figure out.
You did.
Okay. I mean, I think I got something. It's gonna take a minute. Done more like mechanical stuff. This things with like robots and stuff is kind of different, but
Good. Maybe the uncle will help.
I mean,
maybe, or maybe he'll try to stop us. We don't know.
Look, Axel and I almost said Alex because I just looked at Zoom. And Axel and I will give you and Mel as much time as you guys require to save the bets. That means we need to hold back an adult somehow. We'll work out how to do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Anything else from anybody during the school day?
Did we get homework?
Good question.
Maybe like a small amount. We'll ramp up the homework as we go.
Question.
Like some
Like
math
one of
problems
these
or something.
Dressing.
Somebody said question.
I did. Is there anything? Is the only way to get rid of the conditions by like resting, or like I don't really understand all the ways because I've got the injured condition, so I didn't know if there's
Yes.
like.
There's a couple of different ways to get rid of them. I'm trying to find. I don't know if I put the thing on here or not. You can. There's a move that gets rid of them.
Mhm.
It's one of them. Positive that it's the lead move. I think.
It's talking to me. Or
I'm
your
just
ankle
trying to
or solving a
narratively
mystery.
So
figure out how you would
the-
help my hurt ankle.
Yeah. So the lead move can be used for that. Your anchor
Uh-huh.
can
Oh, that's
be
right.
used for that. So you can call for a scene with your anchor, or they go away between mysteries.
Again,
Or
I
if you
don't.
spend like a dedicated amount of time.
Yeah, I don't know how the lady who owns the comic book shop is going to help me with my hurt ankle either.
That's up to you.
I think she used to be into new age crystal
That's-
stuff. Maybe she
yeah.
does crystal healing.
Yeah. Well, her name is Crystal, so that might
Mm.
be
The
why.
Reiki master.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean I guess that's the only thing is
She drives you to the hospital.
because I was thinking he
drives
goes.
you she takes you to urgent care. It's essentially that like you can call for a scene with your anchor and then
'Kay.
narratively like how we justify that getting rid of the condition. Obviously the injured one is the hardest one I think narratively
Mhm.
to kind of figure out. But if you were to, you know, go to her, she
'Kay.
could do something like that. I don't know. Weird stuff happens in this town all the time.
Yeah.
Or she takes you to urgent care.
Okay, I will angle for that. Either that, or I was going to say Mel goes to see the school nurse or something. But if the anchor is the way that we want to do it, then I can do that.
The Karate Kid has been released, so Mike could do Mr. Miyagi and clap his hands together.
I'm 1,000% sure that'd make it worse.
You got to roll for that one though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you want to dedicate a scene to that, then
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take up too much time, but I think Mel might, after school, ride his bike over there, to like pick up some new editions or something and say hi.
okay. Yeah, I think you you go spend a little bit of time, talk to Crystal a little bit. Obviously, you're kind of limping around. She probably makes you sit down and looks at it.
Mhm.
Tells you it's not broken or anything like that. And yeah, she can like wrap it for you. Well, like an actual wrap. And then she'll do some crystal healing.
Okay.
And it actually feels a little bit better. It's probably mostly the wrap, but
Okay.
Maybe crystal healing actually works around Dart.
maybe it does. The
Cool.
shop is technically within the loop. So there's some crystals, there's some hand movements, there's some mantras, and it feels better.
Okay. And just generally ask some questions about how Batman deals with talking to people and awkward social interactions. But that's about
I
it.
think if you ask that, she says, well, Batman doesn't. He disappears. Bruce Wayne, on the other hand. Not well. Mel, I don't know if that's someone I should tell you to aspire to be like. That seems irresponsible.
I don't get how you do it with like pretending to be someone you're not. Like,
What do you mean?
I don't like talking to people, but
You
like,
don't talk to people.
but I have to.
Well then, just make sure you're talking to people you like.
Well, when I'm talking to people that I don't like.
Remember that they're people too. We've all got problems. We've all got insecurities. We've all got people we don't like to be around. For lots of reasons, but we're all people. Everyone's just doing their best.
Okay. But like, is there like a trick for, like smiling and like knowing how to like what to say and ask? And because people seem to like expect me to like ask questions and stuff, but I don't know what questions I'm supposed to ask when we're talking about like, I don't know,
What
other
kind of
people.
things do you enjoy people asking you about?
Nothing.
If there was something you wanted to talk about, what would it be?
I guess comics.
So when people ask you about comics, because they know you're interested in them, that, in theory, if it was someone you were comfortable talking to, would make you happy, right?
Yeah.
Get interested in other people.
So ask people things that they're interested about.
Or ask them what they're interested about. And then ask them questions about that. People love to talk about themselves, Mel.
Okay. I can do that.
It gets easier.
I hope so.
You'll be okay.
Like starts picking other stuff. I've got somewhere I need to be. Thank you, and thank you for helping with the ankle. And
Does it feel better?
yeah, actually, I think so.
Good.
Okay, I gotta go. Thanks, Crystal.
She tells you bye.
And he goes zooming off.
This has been Crystal's Advice Corner.
Mel learns about empathy.
No, Mel loves that the best thing to do when trying to talk to people is to ask them about themselves.
That's a good life hack.
Actually, good advice. Get interested in other people. So yeah. School day ends. And you all head off to your, I almost called it your sanctuary. That's the wrong game. Your hideout. To meet up. Danny with a set of plans to do something to a bird control machine. I don't know what the plot of this game is. Really, when you say it like that, it sounds ridiculous. But yeah, you all meet up at your hideout after school. Engage.
Why are there letters in math? Math is meant to be numbers. Why is there an X and a Y? This doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, I guess you guys are about in pre-algebra now.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Why is there a Y?
I don't know, man, but
Oh, this is I'm gonna fail already.
I think I heard my mom say at one point that eventually math just becomes all letters, like there are no numbers left.
Don't you dare say that.
yeah, but your mom's like a scientist and stuff, right? Like, we're not
Yeah.
gonna have to do stuff like that.
Maybe I can ask this guy who's living in the train to help with my homework. Distract him with like, how am I meant to solve this?
I don't think you
Listen.
want to do the kind of math that he's doing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get him help with my math because
Like asking to be a tutor or something?
Mike,
To distract him?
I can help you with your math.
help as in do it.
No. But if you have a question, I can help you with it. But
See these 10 questions? I have 10 questions.
let's deal with the bird stuff first.
Yeah, I mean, I got these plans and I got like my tool belt and stuff. I guess we just need to go out there and
You two focus on the machine. Axel and I will keep Uncle off.
Yeah,
And, are we picking up Stacy? I think we are, right?
yeah. You said you were gonna call her, let her know.
Yeah. Anyone got a phone?
We can stop by my house.
do cell
first.
phones even exist yet?
No. It was like built into our homes.
Yeah.
Why would I carry around a phone with me?
Yeah, that's
But maybe
ridiculous.
there was one at the hideout here.
I think in the late 80s they had like the big briefcase phone. I mean early
oh, yeah, the
90s.
briefcase ones.
Yeah.
Those were wildly expensive.
Yeah, my dad had one of those. It was ugh.
Yeah.
Of
Or,
course he did.
you know, we could also just point out that you've been reading a lot of comic books, and Batman always has a portable thing to talk to people with. Maybe you invented something. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we can stop by my house, and my sister's probably still at club stuff or doing whatever. My mom's probably in the lab, and who knows where my dad is right now.
All right.
Is
We'll call
Stacy's place
Stacy.
far from where we're going?
It's on the way because she's staying at Uncle Michael's cabin,
Mm-hmm.
which is down around, somewhere in here. And the ship is, closer to the lake.
Oh, I didn't realize it was so close to Dart. Heck.
Couldn't we just stop at her place and be like, let's go?
She gave you her
Oh.
number. That means she wants to call you, or she wants you to call her. You said you watched movies.
Okay.
Look, I mean, I'll call her for you if you don't want to, but
No. I'll call. I got this. I got this. Mel, this is how it's done. Okay, next time you're sitting down at lunch.
I know how to make a phone call. What are you talking about?
Mike's gonna let's go make this phone call. Like, oh man, another problem. I'm number 11.
I did actually just think of something else. Is the Magnetrine ship within the innermost circle of Dart? Or I guess we wouldn't actually know where these circles are as characters.
For your purposes as players,
Cool.
Cool. Okay, like all afternoon travel, Mike's got the baseball bat, bag of birdseed, some sandwiches. He's prepared.
okay.
We'll make the phone call, and it's just going to be, we're on our way over now. We're ready to end the reign of terror. Not waiting for a reply, then it's just hanging up. See, look, phone call done. Done. Easy. I'll do that any day.
I'd love if it was the wrong person.
Okay. So you make a quick phone call
Very quick.
and head to get Stacy.
Yep.
Okay. You head out on your bikes toward Stacy's house, and I think you all sort of notice as you are riding along, and this has happened before, but not to this degree, just birds everywhere. You can't look anywhere without seeing birds. The power lines are like sagging under the weight of all of the birds sitting on them. They're like these large birds kind of circling above homes and businesses, and just kind of like perched all along the outsides of buildings.
Does
Pretty spooky.
anybody want to carry the bird seed instead of me?
Nope. All you.
And you're the
Okay.
sports star. I think you're the only one with the back for it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Mel's
I
a
like
pretty
the
good
biggest-
runner. Mel's a pretty good runner. Just letting you know, he's fast.
Yeah, but he's gonna be inside the ship, which means we don't want the birds near him.
Okay.
You'll be fine. Just like don't open your bag.
Or maybe I do have my bag and I run and have the birds follow me.
That is an idea.
I mean, yeah, that is something else. I was thinking as part of, Team Distract, I could, play my boombox. Maybe I have the bird seed and I just, I
Okay,
book
yep,
it.
you can have yep, all yours.
Not until we get closer.
Maybe we should swap while inside Stacy's house where the birds can't see.
Can't see.
That's probably the best plan.
And then I can stand guard at the door for any big bird come walking down this street.
I mean, unless I haven't seen it, there's no Sesame Street here in Fountain City, so I don't think we need to worry about that.
It could be when you're running, could be like some sesame seeds amongst the bird seeds just falling out, and then just walk down Sesame Street. A big bird comes, and we just have to teach it a lesson.
Oh, look, we're here.
Pull your bikes up to the front of the house where Stacy is currently staying. Heading up to the front door, I assume.
Yep.
All right.
Any more ducks?
There's a few kind of scattered around. Not currently marching, but there are a few ducks around. You're in the woods. I don't know. You're near a lake.
I feel like we've been here enough to just open the door and go in, especially with pandemic outside just staring at us. I don't want to be standing outside any longer than I have to.
So you pull up to the front of like the front yard of Michael's house where Stacy is staying. And I think you see kind of as you go to get off your bikes and walk up to the front door, you see the blinds in one of the front windows move. And then a second later, you see the front door open and just Stacy come like busting out, like shutting the door behind her. She was like wearing her backpack, like picking her bike up out of the front yard, like she was waiting on you.
Okay.
Hi, Stacy.
Hi. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
What's planned?
Is this? Stop this. And it's just going to gesture to the birds.
Yep, got that part.
So we got like these plans for the device or something, and Mel and I are gonna try to shut it down.
Sweet.
You're on distraction duty with Axel and I. Most likely you deal with your uncle because he's less likely to hurt you than us if he's not himself.
We'll see.
So we would explain it in more details. So do I just roll the lead thing for helping? The repeating the plan for like the 10th time.
Yeah. For the dice pool, you mean?
Yeah, that's lead, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to use one of my lucks. Let's try and. Okay, 2 successes. That's
Okay.
better than 0.
So that's 4 dice in the pool.
4 dice
so
for
you
people
can-
which need to use it.
So you can hand out dice to people as you see fit for their roles. If you give them suggestions or tell them what to do or help them.
My suggestion is just fix the issue, guys. Unscrew that bolt. Hit it with a hammer. I don't know. Just type randomly on the keyboard.
All right. So where's the ship thing?
It's closer to the lake.
Yeah, it's like in the woods.
There's only 2 of them's ever been to it. We have
Yeah.
no idea.
So we're gonna have to follow their lead.
Well,
Yeah, we'll show you.
Barry with us?
Well, let's
Is
go.
Barry with us?
Yeah.
So
I assume Barry's with you unless you say otherwise.
Yeah, pretty much, I guess, unless we're at school. He's going to be around.
Barry's just sitting outside of school waiting for you.
I mean, honestly, I
Aw.
think so. There's probably like a park across the
That's
street or
so
something that he
sad.
just like hangs out in.
No, Barry.
Someone needs to
Thanks,
call the
Albert.
dog pound up.
It's not sad. He's living the high life. He gets to run around and do whatever the hell he wants all day.
So when we get there, do you two want to try and sneak up ahead before I come in? Oh, was Apocalypse? When did Apocalypse Now come out? Can I reference that scene?
I think that was late 70s.
Yeah, 79. Before I come in, right out of the Valkyries style.
Well, there was like a big bird that kind of attacked us when we first got there, so we might have to
Yeah.
Okay, so-
carefully
want-
sneak, but also
Or should we get the attention of the birds first and lead them away?
Well, at least
Yeah.
have you two split off from us so that when we, start distracting, it's not, oh, hey, where are those two running off to?
got it. Yeah. We do
And
something like
Stacey
that.
should go with you two.
I thought
Get
Stacy was
Uncle
distracting
inside the
stuff.
train.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So how many people do we want dealing with the birds? 1 or 2 or 3?
Well, if Stacy's going in with them, then I guess maybe you and me, and
Okay.
I got my boombox to, make them angry, chase after us, and you've got a bat to try and keep them from not chasing too hard.
Deal with the big ones.
I mean, hopefully we won't have to, but they did sort of dive bomb us.
I've been spooked as a player. I've been spooked multiple times by birds. That shit is scary, okay? And I'm going to use the bat if a bird comes close to me in this game.
Got it.
I don't condone this, but it's self-preservation.
All right.
Okay.
So, plan in place. You take off on your bikes toward the Magnetrine ship. It doesn't take you that long to get there. Sort of riding up, following Danny and Mel's lead. And yeah, so you see as you sort of break through the tree line, kind of off in the distance, sitting a little bit crooked, kind of sunken down in some mud and wet dirt. What is a mostly intact, if a bit rusted and crooked, remains of an old Magnetrine ship. With sort of the letters that you are now familiar with, the identifying letters and numbers kind of painted, stenciled on one side.
All right. So, Danny, Mel, and Stacy. No, is that right? Is that the name?
Yes.
Stacey,
I don't know
yeah.
why I was thinking it was a different name. Are sneaking off for the birds to swoop. Okay.
If the big birds don't leave the train, we have an issue. Like, what happens if the birds don't follow us when we run away?
Well, based on what they said, they attacked and they got close. We might just have to, bike on past, go through their territory, I guess, and
Throw bird seed at them? Ah.
Yeah. You got the idea.
Okay. We'll make sure we get their attention, and we're gonna die from bird attack. Look at that video, remember?
He didn't die though, he just got
Swan Man,
attacked.
Gooseman, whatever he's... A swan which attacked him? I don't know. Mel said he had feathers on him. Like, I don't want to turn into one of these birds.
Wait, what, like a mutant or something?
Yeah.
It's like turning into a bird person?
Okay.
All
Right.
right.
I'm psyched.
Well, don't get bit. Good luck.
Oh man, I was just concerned about their talons now.
Nice, just freaking out.
All right. So you're gonna set your plan in motion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So Axel and Mike, you're going to stay on your bikes
Yes.
and try to ride through the woods
Mm-hmm.
and distract the
I'm
birds.
running. I'm not staying on my bike because I'm gonna be able to swing a bat.
Okay. So you're on foot.
I'm on foot.
I mean, I think Axel's staying on the bike mostly to have the boombox like strapped to the back.
Okay, sure. All right, so the two of you, not trying to hide yourselves, approach, and you see sort of as you get close to the ship, sort of perched on top as well as like circling overhead, 5 or 6 of these very large predator birds sort of circling overhead, these large white swallow-tailed kites, and then sort of up at the front of the Magnetrine ship where the cockpit would be, or you can see like the windows where the pilot would look from outside. You see just sitting there sort of looking over the scene, probably the biggest hawk you have ever seen.
Didn't they say there was only one big bird here? That's 5 or 6. Should we try and negotiate with them?
I just thought,
Sandwiches.
what if Mike sits on the handlebars of Axel's bike so that he can still smack?
Not happening.
What?
You could stand on the back, like straddle the boombox.
Yes.
I'm gonna say
I'm up
Because
for
I set it up
running.
this way just for your purposes. You can try. The ground is wet
Hmm.
and you're already carrying extra weight on your bike because a boombox
Oh, no,
is
good
not a
point.
small piece of equipment.
Yeah.
So with the extra weight
I'm
of
not gonna
another
try
12-year-old,
standing on
that might be difficult.
bike.
Okay.
Like,
Seems so epic.
You could
yeah,
You could
but
try
I
if
know
you
how
want.
difficult it could
gonna be hard.
And no,
I made the promise when we started playing this game that I would tell you if you were gonna need more than one success to do something. That's one
I'm
of those
happy
somethings.
just walking and be like, I volunteer for tribute. I'm like, oh.
All right, so you're gonna run Axel on the bike with the boombox. All right, so
You
gotta
ready
look
for this,
cool.
Mike?
Yeah, we gotta look cool. I'm gonna look back at the other four counting Barry and be like, we got this. However long you need. And I turn back, I'm like, oh man, that's fucking 6 big birds. Shit.
Yep. And
I have a football career to get going. I'm not dying here.
I think Axel is going to hit play on the boombox for this mission. He has selected Judas Priest's "Screaming for Vengeance" album.
nice. Okay, so as Judas Priest starts blasting through the boombox, I can't play that, but I can play something loud. Let's see, what's this one?
I've been listening to a lot of Lonely Island lately, and whenever you say boombox, I'm like, no.
Yeah. Action music. All right, so you all hear the music start blasting from Axel's boombox as he takes off toward the ship on his bike. Mike on foot running next to him with a backpack full of birdseed and sandwiches, a baseball bat, and a dream.
Dreaming. Trying to get their
as-
attention.
The two of you making a lot of noise ride and run sort of into this clearing and past the Magnetrine ship immediately, drawing the attention of the birds, and you can hear some like the screaming of these predator birds overhead as they start to dive out of the sky toward you. There's a couple of things happening here. You're both gonna have to roll move.
Even if I stand ground and swing.
If you're going to stand in the middle of the clearing and try to fight a bird, you can roll force instead.
Yes.
So you guys tell me what you're doing.
I
I'm
mean,
rolling force. That is
Yeah.
my best skill out of
You're
everything.
gonna fight a
Gonna
bird.
fight
Axel
a
is
bird.
just like biking in circles.
Okay, so I'm gonna have
around.
Axel roll move.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Mike roll force. You don't have to roll to convince the birds to pay attention to you. Not this time.
Ooh, all
Yeah,
right.
dude.
That is 2 successes.
Okay.
I'm using a luck.
Okay.
I'm not being hit by a bird. Come on, this is 9 die I'm rolling. 2 successes.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's 2 successes each. So you do what you set out to do, and then 1 bonus effect each.
I think I'm gonna use mine to impress Stacy,
Okay.
because she is one of my many crushes. So
I hope you're
Trying to-
keeping a list because
Yep.
I'm not.
it's on my sheet and in my notes, and so yeah,
Wonderful.
trying to show off how cool I look, taking Mike's words to heart that we gotta look cool doing this.
Yeah, you look cool as hell. Mike.
Well, if that's the case, I did say that, and while knocking my opponent unconscious or not needing to roll to overcome the exact same trouble as in hitting a bird, they would be smart options.
Mhm.
I want to impress people.
Who do you want to impress?
Let's roll a 1d4, shall we? And we
Okay.
will go Mel, Barry, Stacy, and Danny in that order. I'm really hoping it's a 2 so I can impress Barry. It's a 1. Hey Mel,
Mel.
I'm impressing you.
Okay.
What impresses you about
impressed.
this, Mel?
I don't know that he didn't fuck it up.
I look like. No, I want to remind you of Batman. I look like a superhero fighting a bunch of bad guys.
Do you think you look like
Saving-
Batman because you're holding a bat and you don't know who Batman is?
Yes.
Okay.
But I am fighting like one of your heroes in the comic books, and I'm
And you're just
made an opening for
assuming
you
you're
guys.
Batman. Okay, cool.
so I am Batman.
Right now. Are you just screaming, I'm Batman at the birds?
Yeah, pretty much. Hey,
Okay.
no, I'm Batman.
So yeah, instead of doing anything productive, you both look really cool.
I was much
No,
more
yours is
limited
good.
in my bonus
No,
options.
yeah. No, that's the good one I think to pick for you. You guys look really cool as you do this. You make a lot of noise. Axel sort of circling and distracting the birds while Mike is sort of swinging the baseball bat at them. Mike, for the most part, you don't connect with any of the birds. I don't want to narrate you guys in a bunch of birds with a bat. It's terrible. I'm not doing that. But you do manage to keep their attention. Axel, while Mike, you are able to sort of keep them at bay with the bat. They don't want to get super close to you as you're swinging this, what from their perspective, I guess, is like a big tree branch around. So as the two of you are being kind of swarmed by these birds, they don't make contact with any of you. We'll see how long that lasts for. Mel and Danny,
Yeah.
they're doing a sneak.
Yeah.
Sneak.
So you wait until this pops off, and then you try to sneak back toward the door of the Magnetrine ship, Stacy in tow. Her success is based on your success, I'm not rolling anything.
Can I say that I have Barry helping with the distraction efforts, barking, doing things like that, running around,
Oh yeah, Barry will chase some birds.
so that I can get a bonus using my iconic item?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see you guys, Axel and Mike nearby. Barry comes like barreling out of the trees, just like barking and just like
Bark, bark.
running in circles behind the bike, just like chasing the birds. The dog's having the time of his life.
Now, your iconic item gives you a +2 bonus, so 2 extra
Yes.
dice.
Yes.
I've been doing
Two
that
extras.
wrong this entire game.
And I forgot to use mine for my last roll.
Oh no.
Oh.
You want to roll the other two just to see?
Sure. I guess I'll just roll 2d6 more.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
5 and a 4.
You could have impressed someone else, I guess.
So I gotta roll 9
Or given somebody a
dice.
success.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so sneak, that's body plus sneak.
1,
Okay.
2.
Oh, one success.
Okay.
I have 2 successes.
Okay, so Mel, you get a bonus effect.
I don't need to give somebody else a success, or does
No,
do
I got one.
Do I have to give one? Does Stacy need one, or is she good because we're good?
No, so Stacy's, again, the GM doesn't roll anything, so for NPCs and stuff, if you're bringing them along with you, their success is going to just be contingent on your success.
So I find your favorite thing. I find something unexpected,
Something
or
unexpected.
more of what you're looking for, but I'm not looking for anything. So
You're not looking for anything. All right. You find something unexpected. Let's see. You guys are near the lake. Mel? Hold on, I got something for this. Mel, as you and Danny with Stacy in tow are sneaking along, you see in the on sort of the damp ground, you almost don't see it because it's like mixed in with some like dead leaves and stuff on the ground, but as you go along, sort of crunching along in front of you on the ground, you're able to scoop up, if you want, what looks like a folded up piece of paper.
sure. I mean, I'd make the assumption that it might have something to do with this machine thing or this guy's research. So I'll pick it up.
Okay, you pick it up.
Pick it up.
You look at it now.
Yeah.
Pick up. You unfold it, and it's a little bit dirty and a little bit damp, but it's a very awkward. It looks like a child's drawing, but it is a large drawing of like a little town at the bottom. There's all these like little buildings with like triangle roofs, like houses, and like little stick figures kind of drawn outside them like a little town. And then above it, sort of taking up most of the page, is this awkward drawing in like marker of a giant satellite dish.
Okay. All right. I've played enough Fire Emblem, so I know to pick that up and show it to everyone I meet from now on.
Until you find who it belongs to.
Yep.
Okay. The three of you sneak along as Axel and Mike are engaged with the birds. You make your way up sort of underneath that large metal, sort of rusted metal sheet that you were hiding under last time you were here, and then make your way along the edge of the ship and into the door. Mel and Mike, how long do you let this go on for?
Don't think. Or
Oh, I assume you meant Axel and Mike.
Oh, yes. What
Yeah.
did I say?
Mel,
Oh, Axel and Mike. Sorry.
which I also assumed I started talking even though you didn't say my name.
You knew what I meant.
Are we
Rude.
just doing this till they get inside and then we run in? Or are we...
I don't know. We didn't really discuss that. I think in Axel's mind, it's
as
just
we're swinging away. It's like,
yeah, just
we
keep going
staying
until the
here or are we
birds
going
stop
in and-
attacking.
You're just gonna. Okay.
I say we run in case Uncle tries doing stuff. Reinforcements. We just needed them to get in uninjured, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe give them a little bit of time, because I don't know. I think one possible scenario of this was that the uncle scientist was gonna poke his head out and see what the commotion was,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think Axel's probably gonna give it at least like a minute to see
Okay.
if that happens, and if not, it's then like, okay, let's go inside.
So in game time, one more round outside against the birds, please. We will continue this current action of...
Rounds don't exist in this game, but we'll wing it.
I've read a book about D&D and they have rounds.
They do.
I don't know how rounds worked in first edition.
Look, I'm pretending 5th edition was around when I read that book.
Yeah, we'll skip to that. If you guys
Yeah.
ever decide you're gonna play D&D in this game, you're playing 5th edition because
I'm playing
time is
Pathfinder.
nothing.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Pathfinder. Okay. Well, you can do that on your own time. The two of you continue to fight off the birds. Let's get some. Ooh, that's
I'm
really
assuming I
exciting.
can't check
like
my
that.
pride and have all the birds like me and not attack.
You can't check your pride if you're not rolling for anything.
You suddenly just have a swarm of robins covering you in armor.
Okay, no,
Next,
that-
if you have to roll against the birds again, we can talk about it.
So I don't have to roll to continue this up?
You will in a minute, probably.
Okay.
I don't know if you can just make the birds.
You
know what?
I
You
probably
think
should
about-
have checked my pride during lunch.
You think about how you will convince me that that is a thing.
I
With,
open my bag and just present sandwiches and bird seed and just start throwing that in the air.
After
There's
this
meat
mystery,
on
we're-
some of them in case they're after.
after
It's
this
like
mystery, I'm
omnivorous.
forcing you to change your iconic item to sandwiches. The other two of you, Mel and Danny, because I'm saying the right names this time, with Stacy close behind, through the commotion, make your way back into the ship, shutting the door gently behind you. It looks like you left it. You've got the stairs almost immediately sort of going up to the sort of catwalk type walkway at the top. Down on one end, obviously storage. Down on the other end, the cockpit with the door to the maintenance room in between.
Was the maintenance room that we saw the thing in last time? The machine?
It was the cockpit. So the
Yeah,
it
he
was
like
in the-
walked into the maintenance room,
Okay.
I think.
So
Yeah, we
he
haven't
was
been
in
in
the
there.
maintenance room. The machine was in the large cockpit with the sort of. I have totally lost the word I'm trying to say. Consoles. The consoles and the sort of window looking out the other, and the maintenance room was where, not the maintenance room, the that big sort of storage bay was where you found the all the opened crates, and that sort of piece of rock with the unnamed mineral or substance inside that you took.
Okay.
So if you're looking for the machine, you're going to the cockpit.
Okay. I want to survey like the situation and see if I can notice anything in my immediate environment to give me an idea of where the dude is. If we can pick up on that, so we can figure out how to get past him. I was thinking like an investigate, because it specifically has the questions for like how to get past something or threats and stuff like that.
What threats can I perceive? Yeah, sure, you can
Yeah.
roll to investigate.
Okay.
So investigate plus mind.
Okay. Can I? No, Barry's outside, so I won't.
Barry's
can't use
outside
him.
borking,
Okay.
chasing birds, living his
Give me a
best life.
second. I gotta roll a couple of batches. That's none. That's none.
Uh-oh.
That's none. I'm gonna use luck.
Okay.
Oh, I already had it ticked down to 2.
Four.
That's none. How many times do I have to roll these until I get it? That's none. No successes still. I can't spend another. I can't spend another luck.
No, you can check your pride if you can justify it to succeed, or you can push the roll, take a condition, and roll again.
Well, my pride is nothing
Roll
scares.
again, then take a condition.
My pride is nothing scares me. So it's not. I don't know if I could make it immediately, like applicable. But as far as like, Mel's calm. Mel's trying to focus on what's going on. Hears the birds outside and the music and all that. Knows we're in danger, and like feels himself sort of panicking a bit as he's trying to look around and figure out where this guy is. And so I think he takes that second to be like, I'm not afraid. I know what I'm doing. I'm a superhero. We're gonna figure this out. Does that work?
Sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze.
It's okay.
Yeah, I think that. Sorry, I was just checking the check your pride. Yeah, I think that tracks. So that's your once per session to succeed.
Okay.
On your investigate roll. So you get 2 questions.
All right. Then what I will ask is threats that I can perceive here, kind of obviously looking for the scientist guy.
Okay. The 3 of you sort of make your way in, and Mel, as you make your way quietly up the stairs, you can hear a couple of things coming from the cockpit. You look down, down to your right. I think I said. I don't remember. You look down the hallway, and the cockpit door is just slightly ajar. And you can hear some shuffling around. You hear sort of little bird feet on metal consoles and some squawking, some feathers rustling. But you also hear what sound like footsteps moving around inside the cockpit.
In the cockpit, which is where we need to go.
That's where the machine is.
Okay. Well, I'll just ask, and I don't know if it can be interpreted more broadly than just like getting him out of there, but it's how can I get past? How is there anything around me that can help me get past this guy, or like get him out of there?
Well, your friends are making an awful big ruckus outside. So you could, and you do know there are windows in the cockpit, obviously, because the pilot has to be able to see sort of his surroundings, barring like radar and everything. So you could wait him out, because eventually he's probably going to hear what's going on outside. Or you could try to use either something that is in the maintenance room or something that is in that storage bay to make some noise in his more sort of immediate vicinity, because that door is not all, it's not hanging open, but it's a little bit ajar. So I mean, noise will travel. It's a big metal hallway. Noise is going to travel down it.
Okay. Looks to Danny and says, "If you get in there, you think you can get it turned off, right?"
I think so. I might need help though, in case it's more complex. I could try and give a holler if I need help.
If you want to sneak over to the maintenance room, I can try to make some noise in one of these other rooms and hide and see if I can get him to come out. And I'll try to sneak back in there with you if I can.
All right.
But I think you can get it. I mean, you know this stuff really well, so I think you'll be able to figure it out.
All right. Okay. All right. I'll go head over there then.
Stacy's kind of looking between the two of you. What do you
Go-
want me to do?
Go with her, and to help. I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
help me.
Yeah, Mel's gonna try to like go into like, because if the maintenance room's the closest, like the storage room is a little bit further down the fuselage.
So you essentially come up in the middle of the hallway at like a T intersection. On one end is that storage bay.
Okay.
On the other end is the cockpit.
Is the cockpit.
And then down the hall near the cockpit, on sort of the opposite wall from where you are, is the door to that maintenance room.
Okay. So yeah, Mel would be pointing for like them to hide over by the in the maintenance room, and then he's gonna go to the storage room, and unless the guy comes out at any point between now and then, like makes some noise or like does something to call attention, then tries to hide in the storage room.
Okay. So you split up. Stacy going with you, Danny.
Mhm.
I am gonna have you roll to sneak
Okay.
to get down there and into the room without making a lot of noise.
All right. Let's start again. Ooh, sleep. Click. Oh no. I'm gonna spend one of my luck points.
Okay.
Let's try that again. Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to leave it like that, or do you want to push it?
I don't know. I don't know. Let's leave it. Let's see what happens.
Okay. So Mel, you sort of go off one direction away from the cockpit toward the storage room. I was gonna have you hide. We'll do that in a second, though.
Yeah, because I was actually thinking, the more I thought about that, Mel might actually wait by the door to like open and slam the door really loud and then duck into the storage room. So he probably would have been waiting by the door that we came in through.
Okay. So the door that you came in through, or the door to the storage room?
The door we came in through, because he was going to try to slam that to make it sound like somebody like came in or came out. And then he was going to run back and hide in the storage room, so that hopefully like lure him outside, so then Mel could go past too.
Okay.
But so he's right now just
We'll
kind of
see if-
standing by that door.
Well, we'll see if we get to that.
Yeah.
So, Danny, with Stacy following close behind you, all make your way to the door to the maintenance room. But as you go to open it, again, this is an old ship, and the door and its sort of rusted hinges creaks, and Mel, sort of from down where you are near the door you came in, you hear this sort of loud metal like scraping and creaking, and after a second, Danny, you hear these loud footsteps sort of coming from the cockpit as the door next to you sort of flies open. Do you do anything as the door
There's,
makes the noise?
Try to like, can we try to like do that thing where you like hide up against the wall, like against the door.
Try. Yeah, roll to sneak.
Oh, sneaking again? Okay. Such sneak. No success still.
Not such sneak.
No sneak.
There's no way for me
You-
to help, is there?
You tell me.
The only thing I was thinking of is like Mel is an immediate like line of sight as the door opens. So like
Well, see, that was my question. Are you at the top of the stairs or are you down by the door? Because if you're down by the door you came in, you're down a set of stairs around the door.
oh, am I? Okay, never mind then. I'm by the door because I was gonna.
Okay, so
close
you've
that.
gone back down the stairs that you came in.
Yeah.
I mean, I can
Sorry,
spend
I
another luck
misunderstood
point.
the layout.
Okay, let's. I want to save one just in case. Let's spend another luck point.
Okay.
Okay. Come on. Please, a little bit of sneak. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
A one. One success.
Just enough sneak. So yeah, you'll hear this loud scraping sort of metal creaking sound. And Danny, I think as this happens, Stacy kind of pushes you like through the door into the closet, and you like press yourselves up against the wall as the door to the cockpit flies open, and you hear these heavy footsteps and sort of somebody muttering under their breath. And Mel, you're not far away, you're just sort of down that little set of stairs and around the corner, so you can't see this, but you hear this happening as this like muttering person. And Danny, you sort of see this figure in the doorway, sort of the dim light of the hallway behind him, but the same man as before, like white lab coat, glasses, sort of long, like stringy brown hair, looking around to try to figure out where that sound came from.
At that point, if I'm hearing that, then Mel opens the door and then slams it, hoping that it'll sound like maybe somebody ran out or something. And then we'll try to like run. So is the storage room on the top, like up the stairs, or is it at the...
Everything is up the stairs.
Okay, but can I go straight, like go underneath the catwalk, or like get out of sight without having to go up the stairs?
Yeah, you could try to get, I mean, you could squeeze and try to get like behind the stairs.
Yeah,
and
that's
sort
what
of
he...
underneath where he is.
That's what I would do then. So
Okay,
Mel will
I'm
just
gonna have you
slam it.
Okay, so you slam the door. I'm gonna have you roll to move.
Okay. Move. That's my good one.
To be able to do this quickly.
Okay. Two successes.
Okay. So yeah, you get one bonus effect, but you run for the stairs, sort of hopping over the handrail and kind of squeeze yourself in between the wall and the stairs to the empty space underneath.
Yeah, so my bonus effect will be no one notices me.
Perfect. All right, and you sort of hunker down under the stairs, and all of you, Stacy as well, you sort of hear, you see Danny, you see him sort of look and then make his way quickly around the corner, sort of down the stairs. You hear the door open, the door to the Magnetrine ship. Bird Squad.
Do we hear the door slam?
Yeah, I think you do. Going to the exciting music for Bird Squad. So, I'm gonna have you guys, it's been a minute, so I'm gonna have you guys roll one more time for continuing to fight off and or run circles around the burbs. So whatever you rolled before.
With Axel reminding me we're seeing if the Uncle Mike steps outside.
Mhm.
I think Mike would start yelling out, "Uncle Mike, come out and play," like in the Warriors. Come out and play.
Okay, sure.
Oh,
So that is-
Birdman!
Come out and play.
Play!
We'll get to that one in a second. So whatever it was either force or move, whatever the two of you rolled before.
Oh man, I have to use my last luck point here. This has not been a lucky day for me.
Yeah, I only got one success for my move.
That's enough. Mike still got 0.
If I push, I take a condition, I roll, and if I fail, I can still get injured and take another condition.
Yeah. So you'll roll, then take a condition of your choosing.
Let's
want to push?
Let me push.
Okay, so go ahead and roll again.
Come on, this is gonna be 27 die I've rolled. I just need 1 6. Yes.
Okay. What condition
probably-
are you taking and why?
Exhausted because I've been fighting birds for a minute because my cousin takes for fucking ever to walk into a fucking train. Like, we're out here fighting for our lives, and you're like, wanna have a little look around? Ah.
Fair enough. So go ahead and mark exhausted,
You did impress him. He thought you'd be fine.
Yeah.
and that will calculate into your rolls moving forward. But you do get 2 successes. So
God, I
you...
wish I took that previous one of not having to roll for this situation again.
choices were made.
We
You
still
get
have
1
lead
bonus
dice
effect.
too, don't we?
I can't use them.
Yeah, he has to
Good,
go to
You guys can use it whenever. I guess, can I try and like frighten Uncle Mike?
Sure.
Or
He's
impress Uncle Mike? Be like, oh man, this 12-year-old's out here dealing with these birds. It's pretty cool.
which one?
Let's impress him, because I'm all about impressing people.
Okay. So yeah, you Axel, you continue sort of blaring the music and riding, sort of definitely kind of swerving to miss the birds. Barry following close behind you, barking and chasing and jumping at the birds that are swooping down at you. Mike fending them off with the baseball bat. And around this time, the two of you hear the slamming of the metal door of the Magnetrine ship, and you don't see anybody for a second, and then a couple of seconds later, the door flies open, and out comes this man that you have never seen in person before, but you've seen his picture on his ID and in his house. It is this tall, sort of gaunt man, long, stringy brown hair, large glasses, dirty white lab coat, looking a mess, and he comes like flying out of the ship and then is kind of taken aback by what's happening and is like looking at the just complete disaster that is happening here. Axel riding his bike in circles around this clearing, birds chasing him, Mike sort of in the middle of it fending them off with a baseball bat, and Barry running in circles as well, sort of leaping at the birds that swoop down trying to get him. And I think over the sound you just hear the yelling of like, what the hell?
I'm Batman, Uncle Mike. Get it?
Who the hell are you?
Concerned citizens?
We're here because we know about the birds.
I think he's just like looking between the two of you, like not really knowing how to react.
You must not make it into town all that much, but there are birds just everywhere. You can't go more than 10 feet without maybe kicking one. And we figured out that, you're doing something to make the birds like that.
To impress Dr. Lady. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We know about Dr. Mason, too.
If you stop these birds from attacking us, we could all sit down and have some chewing gum and some sandwiches and talk this out like people not being attacked by birds.
Oh boy.
Please.
I guess I'm gonna have you roll to charm.
Maybe
Him.
I should do this because I still have luck points and you can help me.
I have my pride if worst case. Can I just check pride straight up?
No,
Unless
you have to
Axel
roll.
wants to roll.
No, you have to roll and fail to check your
Are we
pride.
both rolling?
One of you is gonna roll and one of you can help. I'll say if Mike rolls because you impressed him, I'll give you an extra dice.
And what does help give?
I think it also gives you an extra
Yeah,
die.
somebody will be able to give you an extra dice. I was gonna say, but their fate will be tied up in your failure, but it already is, pal.
Mm-hmm. So you get a total of +2 to your charm roll.
Okay, so I'll I'll just roll with my iconic items. That's +2, and then that'll with the
Calculate it.
condition and the help.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay,
Same math.
1 success.
Okay. I think you see his eyes sort of narrow at you as he starts walking toward the two of you. He pulls something out of his lab coat and sort of puts it to his mouth. You see a whistle, and he blows it, and it lets out this very high-pitched, like shrill tone. And the birds sort of stop diving at you. They start to circle around again, and then kind of go off, sort of landing in like the top tree branches, and the hawk once again sort of landing on top of the cockpit of the Magnetrine ship.
Do we just want to bum rush this guy and get that whistle?
I will go ahead and hit pause on the boombox so we're not having to yell over the metal anymore.
Okay.
I did promise him chewing gum, so I'll give him some chewy.
I
And
don't
offer
think
a
he
sandwich.
takes it.
It's his choice.
He doesn't take it. He is sort of keeping his distance from you, but he stands there. What do you want?
I mean, it's basically like we said, and the birds have been acting weird all around town. And, we did a little bit of digging, found out about, Dr. Mason and your interest in her. And, I mean, look, I get it. You got a girl you like, you want to do something special for her. But this is just leagues beyond anything, you should be doing. I mean, I don't know what your end goal is, but it doesn't look good for, people of Fountain City. And I mean, my family lives here. I don't want them getting pecked to death by a bunch of birds because, Dart did something weird or mean again. I mean, yeah, that's what they do, but they do a lot of good stuff too.
And your
Name
niece
one
is
thing.
concerned.
They put food on my table.
Well, congratulations on your little investigation, Hardy Boys. But
We are not the Hardy Boys. How dare you call us the Hardy?
I don't know you two little shits. So I suggest you get out of here.
Or what?
He just points up at the birds.
We dealt with them for over a minute, okay?
You think that's all of them?
No, because I'm good friends with the Robins. Can I call my Robin army and we just have like a little bird army fire?
I don't think you have any way of communicating with the Robins.
I'm gonna look at Axel and be like, what are we doing?
Look, Mr. Doctor, sir, like I said, I know that something is going on here. I don't see what can come of this. Like, how is this going to be good for anyone? You or Dr. Mason, even if you do achieve your goals here, whatever they might be.
Listen. I don't have to explain myself to a bunch of children. All right?
How about we make a deal? We won't tell the cops or Dart what you've been doing here, and you just stop it. Because your doctor lady friend, I don't think she's around here, is she? Is she impressed? Is she alive?
As far as we know, she's
Going
still
through,
alive.
It's like, just clicked in his head. It's like, did you kill her? Like, how is this helping her? She wouldn't want this. And if she does, she's not the right person for you. Stacy misses you. She just wants you to come home.
How do you know Stacy?
We're best buds. I've got a number and everything.
Stacy doesn't even live in Fountain City.
Oh, she's
I
been
ain't
staying
seen
at
Stacy.
your house, and I want to describe his house to him.
He looks shocked. I ain't seen Stacy in 3 years.
Well, would you like to see Stacy in 3 minutes? For 30 seconds. I don't know how long it's going to take me. She's concerned about you.
When is the last
Yeah.
time you left this ship?
I don't think that's pertinent information.
What do you eat? Where do you go to the toilet? Oh man, there's
I
so
don't
many
think
more
that's
questions.
pertinent
It's just-
information.
Yeah,
Listen,
but
I don't have to stand here and have this conversation with a bunch of children. All right,
Yes,
get
you
out of here,
do.
or I'm sicking the birds on you, and
Can
that's
I try
fine.
and empathize with him?
You can try.
If he goes to turn around to buy time, I am gonna bum rush this guy.
Okay,
and try
that
and
is one
attack him.
success.
Okay. 2 questions.
I think I'm gonna ask, how can I make them do something? How can I? Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to talk him out of the plan. But how can I just keep him here without setting the birds on us?
I think you can tell that mentioning Stacy touched a nerve, not in the same way of like making him angry, but that
Mhm.
there is this like twinge of like concern, like did these weird boys kidnap my niece, like or
Yeah.
something.
Then I guess, does that make Stacy his weak spot, or is there another weak spot we could maybe try and exploit? Maybe lean harder into Dr. Mason.
Yeah, I think mentioning Charlie, mentioning Dr. Mason is definitely a weak spot. There is a frustration and an anger there that might be a bit of a dangerous button to push, but it's there.
Mr. Doctor, sir, just wait. Like I said, we did some investigating. We found Stacy when we met her. She's at your place. She's awful concerned about you. I mean, she came here because she was concerned about you. And I think before you end up doing something you might regret, I think at least, take an afternoon or whatever and, go talk with her. See what's up. Because if you continue on the way you are now, then she's going to get caught up in whatever it is that you're doing. And I think that's at least one thing you would regret at all of this.
How you roll to charm?
Okay.
Feel free to use
I'll
some of the
say-
lead.
Yeah, that I'll say you can have an extra. Well, you get. I think you get extra for using that information when you
Yes,
improvise.
Well.
Oh no, that's just a bonus effect.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. I don't want to totally unbalance that move.
Mhm.
Continue. Pretend I never said anything.
Yeah, but I will go ahead and. Everyone cool if I take 2 from the lead pool?
Look, if we win this guy
Four
over, he may
total.
turn the machine off himself.
Okay, so temporarily adding 2 to my charm for this.
We could teach him how
That's
to make
3
a mixtape.
successes, y'all.
Okay.
Yes.
This is the best I've ever rolled in this whole dang game. More
you can-
successes than all other sessions combined.
So you're doing really good. You can make people do what you want, and then you get 2 bonus effects.
Yeah, so I think trying to obviously the end goal is just keep him from going back in the ship, but I think I do want him to actually start heading towards his place to go see if Stacy's there, because based on what we've said, she's there. So I think gonna go with keep believing me.
Okay.
I'm trying to think which of these other bonus effects would be the most useful right now. Maybe he's confused in terms of there's at least, a sliver of doubt of like, is this what I should be doing?
I imagine he is a little confused. Axel, I think he stands there for a long moment, not saying anything. and then kind of staring at the ground, like thinking really hard, kind of scrunches up his nose and then looks up at the two of you and says, "All right, I'll go check on Stacy. Once I see you two get out of here."
We can all go together.
I think that's fair. We have annoyed you.
That way we leave and he leaves, and we know for sure that he's not gonna just stay here. You know.
Yeah, but we don't all need to go to Stacy's together.
No, oh no, but we can all like leave here together.
Perfect.
Okay.
Lead the way.
And
Axel
Axel will
first,
get
you
off his
second, me
bike.
third.
so
Let's
that we're
just
going
make
slowly.
sure.
Okay.
You know, you can be in the middle of the marching order.
I don't think so. Y'all go ahead.
I'm gonna walk backwards and keep an eye on him.
You
He
can do
has a
whatever you
whistle
want,
that
Nancy
can
Drew.
make birds attack. That's slightly better than the Hardy Boys, but
It's way better than the Hardy Boys. How dare you?
we have a
And-
dog. Clearly, we're the Scooby Gang.
Do you guys try to get Barry to go with you?
Yeah, come on, Barry.
Yeah, because we can't have Barry stay here, or else it's going to give away that there's people inside the train.
Barry looks really confused.
I'm gonna offer him a sandwich. Here's some food, Barry.
Do you think, Sean, do you think Barry would go with Mike?
I don't know if there's any precedent for
Now
that.
try and charm him.
I would say
Who
like
knows,
maybe
Mike?
maybe with a high enough or maybe with a roll, but I don't know if it would take. It'll take some coaxing to get
Alright,
him to
try
leave
charm
Mel,
the
I
dog.
think.
Come on, Barry. Time to go home, bud. It's really weird saying that. 5 successes.
What the
Come on,
actual
How? I guess he's just your dog now.
Yeah,
No.
because
Oh
I
my
am taking.
gosh.
We have formed a lasting relationship.
Okay. You get 4
They're
of these.
impressed by me.
Okay.
They will take risks to help me,
Okay.
and they will try to persuade others to believe me.
Okay.
them.
These are not permanent effects.
A lasting relationship could be.
That's the only one.
I don't care. I have Barry the dog as good friend.
I
Still
can't
no
believe
dog.
you rolled 5 successes
To
on
charm a dog.
not the guy, the dog.
It's about him. Barry and I
Barry.
have a connection.
Dogs.
You hold out a sandwich. That's what it is. Now he knows you have food.
I think this holds up though because it's so easy to get a dog on your side.
He's a dog. And he's a dog that already knows you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Barry sort of wags his tail and kind of bounds along next to you. Just sort of he keeps like putting his nose up by your hand, like for sandwich.
Yep. I'll keep feeding him sandwich.
He's content to follow you wherever you go for the next few minutes. And the 3 of you, the 2 of you and Barry, make your way out of this section of the woods towards Dr. Michael, Mr. Dr. Michael's house, and yeah, he follows
Dr.
you
Michael follows? Okay.
mostly without incident, quietly.
I'm gonna make small talk. The annoying type, like, your name's Mike, so's mine. Coincidence.
He doesn't talk to you. He's getting more and more irritated as you go. But yeah, so
Maybe
you
cut it out so he doesn't blow the whistle.
We're best buds. I got this.
the 3 of you make your way out of the clearing towards his home. We're gonna take a quick break right there. And when we come back, we'll see what's happening inside the Magnetrine ship because you 2 and Stacy just ended up with a lot more time on your hands. So yeah, we will be back in just a short few minutes. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody, and stick around. We'll see you soon. thanks for hanging out on our break, internet. We are going to pick back up right where we left off. So, Axel and Mike have informed me of the rest of their plan. So you guys are going to get far enough away that Dr. Michael believes that he can go separate ways with you guys. You guys are going to circle back around on your bikes to make it back to the ship. Excuse me. That will take a few minutes. So in the meantime, while all this is going on, Danny and Mel inside the ship with Stacy. Mel, from sort of under this metal staircase, kind of squeezed in, you see Dr. Michael Dixon, go out the door of the magnetrain ship, sort of flinging it shut behind him.
Okay. As soon as he leaves, I scurry back up the stairs to meet them at the end of the hall.
Okay.
Oh, that was close. Probably don't have much time.
Yeah. Did I hear anything that happened outside, or I've assumed like metal doors, like it's too.
No. Yeah. They seal pretty well considering this thing has to fly.
You all might have heard the boombox stop at least, but beyond that, probably
Yeah.
not much.
Vague music eventually stops.
Yeah.
So either they're dead, or we have some time.
All right, let's go over to the cockpit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you head down to the cockpit and open it. Pretty much the same thing as you saw in there before, right? Some small birds sitting around, ruffling feathers, hopping around the consoles, the large machine in the center with its weird arms and flashing lights and whirring noises.
All right, so I sort of looked on the notes and things, and let's see. I think I gotta get rid of this. Pulls out some tools. I'm going to try to break or stop the machine.
Okay.
Disable it somehow.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Whoops, that's not the right move.
I'm assuming this is a tinker roll
Let's see. For
to manipulate. Yeah.
breaking, using, or jury rigging mechanical things, you would tinker, manipulate.
Okay. Ooh, let's go. Oh wait, I didn't add the plus with mine. Oh, okay. Shoot, how do I just roll just 2? Because I forgot to add that I'm using my tool belt to do this, so I'd get
Just
2 extra
bracket
dice.
2d6.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
You can do that, and you just run over it, and it'll show you the individual dice.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, 1 success.
Okay. Okay. So this is going to take you a little bit of time to tinker with this machine. So Danny takes out her tools and the plans and kind of laying everything out, starts to sort of get into the guts of this. Mel, what are you doing in the meantime?
So based on the diagrams that I have, like, I helped like explain as much as I could to Danny when I read those. So I guess I don't really have much else I can do other than look over her shoulder and kind of help, like, based on what I've read. I don't know as much about this kind of stuff as she does, so I like the mechanical aspect of it. But if I see anything I can assist with, I will.
Okay. So you try to follow along as best you can, Danny. Tinkering.
Yeah, she's probably chatting aloud the whole time and like, I think it's this thing and this goes this, and insert technobabble here.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, this goes on for a little bit. You are probably gonna have to make one more roll. We'll see. But
Okay.
so you have sort of tinkered the thing apart, and you're kind of into the guts of the machine. These all like the wires and whirring gears and things like that. This goes on for a few minutes, giving the other two of you, Mike and Axel, sort of enough time to come back around to the ship. So what are the two of you going to do?
Want to keep a lookout, or should I?
I can keep a lookout. I'll chat here with Barry.
Okay. Yeah. I'll leave my boombox out here with you. You know, if he starts coming, I guess play the music and we'll know to am Scray.
Yep. I'll press play as I see him. I'll try and delay him.
All right. Well, did good work. Let's hope they're doing just as well inside.
Or if I press play, send Stacy out.
Yeah.
I'll use that as I need Stacy out here moment. Is there a good song, like an intro song?
Oh, maybe not in the way that you're thinking, but hold on. And it takes a minute to flip through the different cassettes that he has, picks something,
Cool. 'Cause
somewhat
we gotta
more
make it look
appropriate.
cool.
Which
We're
you
all
can
about
do, Sir
looking cool
Mix-a-Lot.
this afternoon.
Yeah.
All right. So Mike staying outside with Barry in the boombox. Sounds like a cool 90s TV show. It wasn't that funny.
It was because I was imagining what's the show with the girl with the clock and the couch one, comfy couch, big comfy couch.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. Yep, I remember that one.
No, that's what
yeah.
I was imagining.
Okay, good job.
All right.
Oh god, there's a plot in here somewhere. Axel, you head into the Magnetrine ship. So after a few minutes of tinkering and Mel looking over your shoulder, I think from the doorway of the cockpit, you hear Stacy tell you that she hears someone coming in the door downstairs. Hey, we got company.
Axel would have opened the door and called out, "Hello? Y'all in here still?"
Oh,
Yeah.
she looks at y'all. It's just Axel. Yeah, we're upstairs.
All right. Hey, Stacy. Your uncle went back to his house. Told him, that you're here and that he should go try and talk to you. Not sure what he's gonna do when he gets there and finds out that you're not there. Hoping that he thinks you just went out for food or something. But so Mike's out keeping watch. If he plays the boombox, we're thinking you should go out, talk to him, because that means your uncle's coming back. How are things going in here, y'all?
I mean, I've kind of got it, sort of. It's real hard to explain, but I think I'm getting it.
Yeah, I think you can do it. You're the best one of us who knows what to do with this sort of stuff.
Yeah, so you guys keep saying.
All right. Danny, I'm gonna have you do one more tinkering roll.
Okay, I'm gonna do it properly this time. Oh no.
We do still have 2 more in the lead pool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Should I try to use that, or should I spend my last luck point?
I can't
Use
think
the
what else
lead
we're gonna use.
first,
Yeah.
because if you fail and use your luck point, you can get all of it.
Okay. All right. So that's how many are in the?
2
2
left.
more.
Okay. Let's try again. Nope. Okay. So then, if I spend my luck point,
You
that's
can re-roll all of those,
Yes.
including the lead
that's
ones.
11. Okay.
Just roll
Well,
with your iconic item. That'll give the +2.
She already is.
Yeah. So I need like another.
You could temporarily bump up Tinker by 2
Oh yeah, that'll work.
Um,
Okay. Boop boop. Okay. Click. One success.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
And
after
no more luck.
everybody, Danny sort of goes quiet, sort of filtering out the distractions and focuses back in on the tinkering with the machine. Couple more minutes pass, and then you all sort of see the flashing lights on top of the machine fade and like power down for a second, and the whirring and like the spinning of the arms kind of stops. And then after a moment, Danny, you connect another couple of wires sort of in the place that you want them, and they pick back up and start to spin and whir in a slightly different pattern. So what exactly did you want your tinkering to accomplish?
That is a good question.
Because we talked about whether we wanted to just have it stop or like reprogram the birds, right? Those were like our two options.
And you succeeded, so I'll leave it up to you.
Okay. Could we what if we like reprogrammed it in a way that like the birds are not allowed to like attack people anymore?
Okay.
And maybe also like keeping them like so not so many are like gathering near the town.
Ooh,
Like-
yeah.
They're less inclined to go into town. Not like fully.
Yeah.
I don't want like no birds in.
Yeah.
So
Town
trying
with
to
no
get them-
birds.
Trying to get them to go back to their
Mhm.
normal.
Yeah, as normal as it
Behavior.
can be with some that can talk now. Do we? Okay, I guess the question is, do we want to keep the talking birds?
I'm okay with the
Well, that's the
birds still
question,
talking.
Because if
Yeah.
if you guys don't, if you guys are not attached to that, then you can essentially just like completely disrupt the signal, so it's
Yeah.
not reaching the microchips anymore.
I think maybe like
Uh-huh.
letting them
But it's
retain
kinda
their
fun.
letting them retain their intelligence, but trying
Uh-huh.
to keep them from to like keep their normal routines.
Okay.
Yeah,
they
like, go back
acted
to being normal birds, and you're not allowed to attack people.
but the little ones can talk.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Still, are we? You guys are sold on having talking birds forever?
Are
Yeah.
you sold on having time?
Well, okay, what level of RPG like are we committing this decision? Can we just come back later on and turn the machine back on?
You don't know.
Okay.
Mike wants his talking bird friend. He
Yeah.
has a
They're
cult
kind of
following.
fun.
Yeah.
It'd be like a fun thing for later.
Plus, might be useful later on. You know, having birds that we can
Maybe
get
if we
information from.
disable the murder birds.
It's
Not if
all
we
birds
get
or
that
no
whistle.
birds.
That's true. Okay,
That's my
Well,
limitation.
got
You
it.
guys have to stop it. You have to stop it.
You can do what you set out to do. If you want
Mhm.
them to like retain certain qualities, you can rewire it however
Yeah.
you want. But it's gonna apply
Okay.
to all the birds. Which you guys still don't know if any of the big birds can talk.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe just like
Put all big birds back to normal. Little birds can do their own thing.
well, just that the like big birds can't be like controlled. Like maybe taking that aspect because like he can control them with the whistle and stuff
Yeah.
and like direct them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so like if they just went back to normal, would there be any difference between that and taking control away from them?
If we set it all back to normal, they can't talk anymore.
Yeah, well, I was just saying we just like stop the signal from being able to affect the big birds. Cut them loose. They're all
So I-
fine. But the
I
small
did
ones.
just say whatever you do is gonna apply to all the birds.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
we can't
Sorry.
pick.
Just
Yeah.
call all birds. Just make it back.
You
to
can leave
normal.
it to where they can talk and stuff. You can like rewire the signal itself. It's gonna apply to
Oh.
all of them though, because it's
Okay.
hitting all of them in the same way with the same.
Yeah.
So let them
Okay.
still talk, but no people aggression.
Let them speak.
Go back
Yeah.
to normal flocking patterns.
Oh, yes. Be normal flocks, please. Flocking birds.
Okay. All right. So you try to reset their behavior so the signal is no longer affecting that,
Yeah.
leaving their Higher intelligence intact. Great. I love this. Not at all thinking about the ramifications of the fact that I guess a bunch of birds in this town just talk now.
Yup.
I did say I was going to leave it up to you, so that's where we're at. I will write that down. Not that I'm ever going to forget that piece of information. So yeah, you see Danny sort of connect the last couple of wires, and the whole thing kind of powers down and then powers back up, and the arms start to spin in a different pattern, and the light continues to flash, and you think you've kept the birds from being murder birds now, and they will most likely return to more bird-like behaviors. More
Alright.
not mind-controlled bird-like behaviors.
I think I got it. And it's still sort of working, so he won't hopefully suspect nothing, but
And I think that's the best we can do. I mean, maybe now if he gets a chance to talk with Stacy, he might reconsider the whole plan. Or, I mean, hopefully he can't just undo what you did and set it back. And I guess if he does, we just come back here and we smash it that time.
yeah.
Is there any way we can just like lock this door so he can't come back in here?
I mean, do you carry a welding torch with you, Danny?
No. We would need something bigger for that.
Couldn't like rekey the lock or something?
Try. Let me take a look at it. Does this door to the cockpit lock?
It does. Oh boy.
I know in Fallout 3 you could get your lockpicking high enough to like relock the doors, so that's what I was thinking here.
You can re-lock them. You can't re-key the locks.
Okay. Just like break something off in the lock.
Yeah, get us outside the cockpit, close the door, and then
I do.
break the lock so it's
Yeah.
stuck.
Could try. If you want, yeah. Roll for tinker
All right.
tech if you want. So you wanna leave-
Okay.
Now there are some birds still in the cockpit.
We
I
take
assume
them
you let
out.
them out
Okay.
of the ship.
I'd been imagining that there was like at least one of the windows was broken so the little birds could get in and out. But
Sure, why not?
we can also work to usher them out for
You shoo 'em
a
out.
few minutes.
Yeah, your birds.
In various
Shoot.
various forms and fashions. Make sure they're all out.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you don't want to get stuck in here. All right.
Alright, that's it.
Is there anything else we want in this room before we leave? Because the door might be broken.
We can take a quick look around, see if anything's interesting.
I know I looted it last time, so I don't know if there was.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if we had looked around or not.
Yeah, that's where you pulled like his ID badge and
Oh,
journal and everything from. So there's, other than the machine, there's not much to speak of.
There's a maintenance room and a storage room you guys can look through.
That's true. All right, then I'm gonna roll a tinker to bust this lock or door or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. We'll
Using
call
my
it jury rigging.
tools. One success.
Okay. Yeah, you after shooing all the birds out, taking one last look around, Danny shut the door behind everyone, and then tinker with the lock for a few minutes, busting up the inside, and then finally taking sort of a thin sort of metal strip and putting it in, breaking it off, and sort of filing it down so it can't be pulled out. And yeah, that door's not opening anytime soon. It's probably not permanent, but it's gonna.
At least delay him.
It would take a while to be able to get into without just completely trying to remove it, and it's not your average door. So, yeah.
All right. Maybe I'm pretty good at that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I feel like this has been a very successful day.
And it's not even dinner time yet, so.
Wait, what did you guys do when he came outside?
Oh, just talk to him about, we knew about him and the birds and Dr. Mason and Stacy, and I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
think he really seemed, he was very surprised that you were in town, Stacy, and I mean, I think he's heading to his place now. You may want to try and head there and say, oh, you just came back in from town or something. But he did seem, concerned about, why you were here, and I think the idea of you getting caught up in his bird attack may have given him something to think about.
Well, I guess we'll see. I just don't want him to send me home.
I mean, if he does, come find one of us and we can maybe figure something out.
Really?
Sure. We'll think of something.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Thanks. Well, I better go. See you around.
Thanks for helping us save the town from weird birds.
And if you do stick around, maybe we'll see you at school if you end up enrolling.
Oh, no, I don't know about all that, but you know where to find me. She rides
Probably
off.
not gonna go to Uncle Mike's place for a while because I'll offer her a sandwich as she rides off. I just want a sandwich.
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
'Cause Mike's just sitting out there eating sandwich.
she gladly will take a sandwich.
These aren't the same sandwiches you made like 2 days
No,
ago.
I make sandwiches every afternoon.
Just making sure. Just making sure.
Every afternoon, Mike goes home, makes sandwiches because we're always off traveling. It could be ducks, which need food. I just like sandwiches as a player and as a character.
Me too. Sandwiches are so good. All right. What's anything else?
Did you loot the rest of the ship?
Yeah. Could we maybe do quick investigations of the other rooms?
You can. Really, the only one that's left is the maintenance room. You guys sort of pilfered through that storage bay last time, and you have your fancy rock. So yeah, you can. If somebody wanted to investigate, or anybody can really, to investigate to sort of pick through that maintenance room before you go.
I can do it if you guys want me to.
Sure.
Mine's a 10. I don't know if Barry could help me with this. Sniff out clues, Scooby-Doo style.
He's outside chilling with me, isn't he? Would you call him
Oh,
in?
didn't you guys come inside?
I'm
Might
outside
say that was
keeping
Barry
an eye.
in the boombox.
Okay, then
You
no.
can call
just
him in
me.
if you want. Like that.
I don't
Free.
think I don't think he's gonna help that much in this, to be honest. Use a luck.
Okay.
I've
I
rolled
will.
so many dice and had so few sixes. I was rolling here when I wasn't. Okay, so I rolled all the dice. I got to my last 2 dice and I rolled 2 sixes. 2 successes.
Okay. So that is 3 questions.
Let's see. Can I just ask what is hidden here 3 times?
No. Not how it works.
No, ask what is hidden. I'll ask the first one and see how it goes.
What is in here? Where is it? Yeah, you make your way into the maintenance rooms, or flipping on the dim kind of flickering light, and it looks like somebody's been living in here. It's not a particularly large room, but sort of in the back set up there is like a cot and like a couple of changes of clothes, a pair of sneakers sort of sitting off to one side, some like empty cans and like packages, like wrappers, that kind of thing, like sitting kind of on one side, like on some boxes. Goodness, what is hidden here? There's not a lot hidden other than sort of the confirmation, I think, that he's been living here probably for a while. I think maybe on one side, sort of tucked underneath, like I don't know, maybe like another like jacket sort of sitting on top of it or whatever, there is like a folder that you can pull out, and inside there are just pages and pages of notes, like scrawlings, like things crossed out, in two different sets of handwriting. So the notes are not in a set of handwriting that you recognize, but there are like things crossed out and like drawings, like scratchings in the margins and stuff like that you recognize from the notes that you found in Michael's house before. So it looks like he has got somebody else's notes, and has been like expanding on them.
Okay. All right. But what does it mean?
What does it mean? I mean, you know that he was working with another scientist at DART until she left, and then he left, so you imagine that he is probably trying to continue whatever work she was doing.
Okay. I don't know. I the rest of the questions have either already been answered or completely irrelevant. So, yeah, I don't think Mel is gonna like shows off the notes and says, "I don't think we need to take any more of this guy's stuff."
Yeah, that's kind of weird that he's living out here when he's got like his own house and everything.
Yeah. I think that's probably a problem for adults, not us. Just tuck that back where I found it.
Okay. Let's see. So you're not going to ask your third question?
I mean, what has happened here?
What has happened here? You find one more thing. You go to tuck the folder sort of back underneath the things that were on top of it. And as you do, it like gently knocks into something, and a like crumpled up piece of paper shifts off this box and kind of falls to the floor.
I take it and uncrumple it.
You uncrumple it. I'm gonna say a note. It's a letter. It is a letter addressed to Michael, from this Dr. Mason that you have heard so much about. It is not a nice letter. It is a letter, if you skim over it, from her telling him she has, by the time he reads this, she will already have left town. She is not going to tell him where she's going, and she doesn't want him to follow her. She wants him out of her life.
Those are some words. Okay, just like crumple those. We crumple it back up. That's a little personal. I think I know why he was so sad.
Yeah, those are weird.
Sad enough to make a bird army and attack a whole town?
Seems like an overreaction.
Adults are weird.
Okay. I've got to get home for dinner. Are we good here?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, let's go. Where's Mac?
He's
Outside.
outside keeping watch.
Leaning against a tree, drinking from a juice box, having a sandwich,
Eating
Chilling.
some chili.
Chilling. Eating some chili.
looking at these math problems going, there's letters and it's math.
It's a language. Math is a language.
Why couldn't the birds destroy this book?
Math
Hey,
will still
Barry.
exist.
He's trying to feed his homework to Barry.
That's
Eat it. Eat it, Barry. Do me a solid and eat my homework.
pretty good.
All right. So you leave. And you go home. The four of you ride your bikes back to your neighborhood. This music's a little too spooky now. You ride back toward the Pine Creek neighborhood. Go your separate ways. Go home. Have dinner with your families or whoever is there for dinner. Do your math homework. And call it a day. On the way back, I think you notice not that there's no birds anymore in Fountain City. I think, if anything, you're much more likely to realize when there are birds around now. But they're not watching you or circling overhead or weighing down the power lines or guarding your driveways. Just regular bird activity. You settle in for the evening and yeah, do your homework. Go to bed. Wake up the next day. Go to school. And everything seems normal. For a little bit. For the next couple of weeks, everything is fine. You start acclimating to your new school. You start getting more invested, signing up for your clubs. You all will have your first respective practices for your sports and your bands and your things. And it all goes pretty well. But nothing ever stays that way for long at Fountain City. So want to leave off with some scenes from everyday life. So we are going to skip ahead a couple of weeks. So these scenes are going to take place after that. After this session, if there's anything that you guys want to backtrack to, any scenes that you want to have happened during that couple of weeks, we'll do those next time. So you have time to think about them. I don't just want to like spring that on you. But after those 2 weeks, everything's going pretty normal for the most part. I want to start with who's here. Who's first on my list? Mel, I want to start with you.
Okay.
How you doing? How's everything going? I assume fine.
I hope
your
so.
ankle heals up fine. You start getting sort of into practicing with the track team a little bit. But one day after school, one of your older friends, one of your cheerleader friends, Kelly, sort of approaches you as you are unlocking your bike from the bike rack, as Barry has, realizing it's time to come pick you up from school, has made his way across the street from the park and is sort of sitting there beside you, waiting for you to unlock your bike. You see Kelly coming your way.
Can I get some context of like they still been like hanging around with me and like eating lunch with me and stuff like that. Okay, so I think Mel's a little less awkward at this point if it's been like a few weeks.
It's been like 2 weeks. Yeah, and they're still like hanging around you and trying to eat lunch with you and waving at you in the hallway and stuff.
Oh, hi Kelly.
Hey Mel. What's up?
Not much. Just heading home.
Cool. Hey, you're like sporty, right?
I mean, I run.
Right.
I don't really do any other sports though. No.
So just track team then, or what is it? Cross country? What do you do? Cross country?
Oh fuck! Now I've forgotten. I think it was cross country.
She would know.
Yeah,
I think it's cross country in the fall.
and then
It's
track in the
country
spring.
because you asked me if I have that in Australia.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just cross country right now, and then I do track in the spring.
Cool. Just the one team then. Are you
Yeah.
Are you in any clubs?
No.
I didn't think so. I mean, are you like? Sorry, I don't know why I ended up being the one they sent to do this. This is terrible. I'm supposed to ask you if you want to join the cheer squad.
I don't. Are you being serious? Is this a joke? I have a hard time telling
Oh.
sometimes.
That's really cute. No, it's not a joke. Listen. Yesterday, Coach Armstrong had a complete meltdown and freaked out at Ben for being late and kicked him off the squad. And I'm supposed to find somebody to replace him. And Amy told me I should ask you.
I mean, I've never really. Are you? I don't know. I mean, I never really thought about that before. I'm not really good at like being loud. You know,
I
like
mean, fair. You could learn, though. Everybody thinks you'd be good at it.
really?
Yeah.
Do I have to decide right now?
You can think about it, but I'm supposed to find somebody in the next couple of days, so if you could let me know tomorrow, because if not, I'm gonna have to find somebody else to ask, but I think you could do it.
Yeah.
And it's just junior varsity anyway, so you know.
Do you guys have a practice
Today?
today?
Yeah, actually, I should probably be going there now. Do you want to come?
Look over to Barry and like relock the bike. Yeah, sure.
You can bring your dog. It's outside.
All right.
Great. Okay. Let's go.
Come on, Barry. I don't know what's going on.
And you follow Kelly off, and as you sort of walk toward the excuse me, one of the practice fields with her, she is just talking. She's going on. She's essentially telling you what happened and about how the cheer coach yesterday had a complete total meltdown when Ben, one of the cheerleaders, who you probably know who he is, showed up a couple of minutes late, and she freaked out and how she had been like acting weird for like a week before that, and she was like showing up to practice and she was just like so exhausted all the time, and that's like really probably why she yelled at him. I think she regrets it but doesn't want to admit it, and she's just talking like
Okay.
that.
Okay. I mean, it's making Mel a little bit worried about this decision, but he's going along with it. And
Well,
he'll just
normally
like,
she's a really nice lady, so just like I don't really understand. I mean, she even lets us call her Jane.
oh, that's so she's not normally like that.
What, really mean? No.
Yeah.
She's cool.
Maybe it's like just a bad week or something.
Yeah, it happens.
So are they just
But-
looking for somebody temporary while Ben's gone, or
No, I even if she apologized, I don't think we could convince him to come back.
okay.
He's really more of a dance guy anyway.
Okay.
This is gonna be so fun.
And yeah, Mel will just go and like watch the practice.
Okay. Go and watch a cheer practice. Great. Axel. Yeah.
Yes.
Axel. Axel, you joined the theater club.
Yes.
So exciting. So theater club at the beginning of the year essentially jumps right in. You're gonna have had at least a couple of meetings in the last couple of weeks. So you start to spend a lot of time with the theater kids, as well as the theater teacher and director. Marilyn Kane is her name, Miss Kane. She is a exactly what you think a theater teacher would be like. She's excited about everything, a little eccentric. She wears a scarf every day, and it's a different one, and it's got a different pattern on it, bright colors. I'm basing her off of my favorite acting teacher. But yeah, she's generally very, very excitable and very supportive. And so you've been showing up to these meetings every couple of days. You've been like, she's been having you guys do these different like exercises and things to kind of integrate this group and make sure everybody knows each other and is comfortable with each other and can be supportive scene partners. And for the first week, it's awesome. And then the second week, things very quickly start to fall apart. You notice that 2 meetings in a row, or two of these, I don't know, they're not, meeting seems like a weird word to use for it, but it's a club. So 2 of these meetings in a row, Miss Kane is not her usual peppy self. And twice while you all are sort of playing an improv game or something like that, she actually sort of sitting in the chair that she's sitting in watching where she's facilitating from, straight up falls asleep. It's sort of odd and out of character for her, and she is just like generally like a little more irritable than you knew her to be when you first met her. Toward the end of the week, you have one more meeting on Friday, directly after school, and about 20 minutes in, she just abandons the group, goes into her office, puts her head down on her desk, and goes to sleep. And some of the older students are extremely concerned. Also a member of this club, while I'm thinking about it, is a person you have seen before. What's her name? Charlotte from the first mystery, who helped you guys deck out the indoor field, the athletic complex, to scare the shit out of a bunch of adults because she was a theater kid. So you have a friend or at least an acquaintance in there with you. But she and some of the other kids seem concerned. Charlotte knows Miss Kane from doing community theater in town, and she seems to think that this is not regular behavior for her. That she's generally a very excitable woman, and she would not sleep through zip zap zop.
Charlotte, you know Miss Kane, and you might know some of the other kids. Has she done this thing before? Like in the past? Is this, I'm kind of new to theater. Maybe this is something that just kind of happens at the start of the years. I mean, obviously we're nowhere near putting on the first production yet, but is this a theater thing?
Falling asleep in the middle of games and rehearsals? No.
Okay. I mean, can we just get her some more coffee? Do you think that might do it?
Well, I don't know if she needs any more of that. But I don't know. You're right. It's really weird. I hope she's not sick or something.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Guess.
I don't know.
Yeah. See you Monday. Maybe she just needs the weekend.
Maybe. I hope so. Anyway, I'm really glad you joined the club. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm excited. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun too.
Okay.
Reminder for those of you at home: Charlotte is one of Axel's crushes.
I checked. Well, all right. Yeah. See you Monday.
Have a good weekend.
Kind of good. I don't know how 13-year-olds walk. She walks away. Well, I know how I walked when I was 13. It was not cute. Okay. Let's get Danny.
Okay.
Danny, how old is your oldest brother?
He's like in his older 20s.
Okay. And then
He's not at home.
Wait, how many of them are there?
There's 4 of
There's
them.
4 of them? Okay.
Yeah.
How old are all of them? Because I didn't write it down.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking before the game, I was like, maybe I should send this to us.
It's fine. We can talk about it now. So one of them,
Okay.
the oldest one definitely doesn't live at home anymore.
The oldest one, Ash, is not at home.
Okay.
Hal, the next oldest, is about 20,
Okay.
and he works as a mechanic.
Okay.
Scott
about
is the
that
next oldest brother. Yeah. Scott is 16, same
Okay.
age as the cheerleaders. And then Randy is 14. And
Right.
He's the closest.
I remember him from the birthday party. Okay, great. I have a little list of Danny's brothers to go on. Should have asked you before the game, and then I forgot.
That's okay.
And
I had the thought and I did it.
now I know, and I'm probably gonna get you to send that to me anyway because I'll lose right it. But okay. So Scott is the one we were talking about earlier. That is 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
about
Scott, you, as usual, wake up very early before school one morning to do your chores, your
Yep.
farm chores, your whatever they are, feed the animals, things like that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the time you probably are the first one up and wake up Randy and Scott to help you come out and do what they're supposed to do. Over the last few days, Scott has become increasingly a pain in the butt to get out of bed. He does not want to get up. A couple of times he has just straight up not gotten up. He has just rolled over and gone back to sleep, sort of leaving you and Randy to try to finish the work of 3 people. Your dad probably not pleased with this,
No.
but you know, he's a 16-year-old boy. But he is just generally being a real pain. There is one day where he sleeps straight through the entire school day, which is odd. And the next day after that happens, you go in early in the morning again to wake him up, and he wakes up and goes ballistic on you.
Oh.
Starts, which I think is probably very out of character for him, but he is pissed and just starts yelling about how exhausted he is and he's not getting any sleep and all this stuff, and just to leave him alone, and starts like trying to not like hurt you. He's your brother, so
Yeah.
like shove
We
you
rough house though.
out of his room and trying to like shove you through the door.
Hi. She probably yells at him right back a bit.
Okay.
What's the deal?
I'm
You've
just
been sleeping all
tired.
day. What do you mean you get enough sleep?
I'm just tired. Okay, Danny, leave me alone. Just shoves you out into the hallway.
I'm tired.
Slams the door. Very out of character for him. I think he's usually probably pretty chill.
Yeah. I don't think she like does anything immediately about this other than maybe plays a prank on him later for not doing his chores.
Okay. What kind of prank do you want to think about it?
Yes, I need to think about it. She does
Okay.
something.
Get him back. But yeah, it's mostly annoying. I think probably a little concerning. Yeah.
Yeah,
Acting really
yeah,
weird.
probably he hides his like baseball gear in like the shed or something like that.
That's mean. He probably deserves it. Okay. Last, but certainly not least, Mike. Mike, you have not been sleeping very well, which is probably weird for you. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm putting down stress of homework. Still trying to
Okay.
work out why there's letters and math.
Yeah. Pre-algebra is really getting to you, and it's causing you some stress, which you don't feel very often. You're not sleeping very well. You're having like weird dreams that you can't figure out. You can't really remember them that well the next morning. And then one night you finally, after tossing and turning for a long time, get to sleep, and you're having a relatively normal dream, something about football, probably throwing a winning touchdown pass and winning the game for everybody, and it's fine. And then about halfway through, the dream starts to like look really strange, and everything kind of starts like swimming in front of you, and then like pieces of the scene that you're in start to just get like sucked out of your vision and are just replaced by this like almost like TV static, where like things are being removed from your vision. This keeps happening until everything around you is just like static and white noise, and it's a little distressing, and you kind of can't make heads or tails of what's happening, and you can't really figure out where you are, but then through the static, just very briefly and a little bit muffled, you can hear music playing. Don't know how much of this I can play and get away. And it kind of comes in and out and eventually stops. And then very suddenly you wake up. And it's the next morning. And you are really tired.
Do I remember that?
Yeah.
Or- Okay. Mike being Mike is going to try and refuse to believe more weird shit is happening to him again. We've gone 2 weeks since the birds. Everything's fine. Yeah. He wouldn't have told anyone. Like, I think he would be focused more on football the past 2 weeks, so he'd see Mel for help with his homework, Danny in homeroom, and if he sees Axel walking by, would be just a, hey, how's it going? But his more, got to take over from this current quarterback. I've got to be number one. And now he'd be trying to think of, has he seen any movies which messes with people? So he'd be lone researching movies.
Okay. So trying to push the dream out of your mind and focus on what is right in front of you. Go about your day, and we'll figure out what movies you come across next time.
I'll
So,
try and find
working-
some which he'd probably try and see if that was associated with.
Okay. We'll do that next time. Because we're going to go ahead and end our session there. Right on time. Good job, everybody. We have solved a mystery and are hurtling headlong into the next one. So yeah, in between now and then, if there's anything you would want to accomplish, right, either immediately after these events or in kind of the couple of weeks leading up to them, let me know. We'll do those at the beginning next time and then pop back into present time for this. Very quickly, there's end of session questions. Let me pull them up after the mystery, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, let's do XPs really quick. Did you participate in the session? Always a yes. Everybody that shows up gets 1 XP. So mark an XP for that. Have you been in trouble because of your problem or relationships?
Yes.
Yes.
Specifically, my relationship to Danny is that she knows everything. I specifically pushed for her to go be the person to take care of things while I put myself at risk, and that specifically put me in trouble because then the guy came out and I had to roll to sneak and all that. So
That's definitely true.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I may have hindered my popularity by being mean to cheerleaders, but
Yeah,
that's
that's
only
true.
because in my past I was Mel in Australia, but I'm not in America.
That is true.
America.
I'm trying to think if there are any roles I did specifically because of Stacy, who seems like the only applicable one here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've name dropped her a whole bunch with her uncle. But
That's true. I mean, so she was like sort of directly. Really is kind of the reason you got to roll in the first place. So
yeah.
yeah, I'd call that.
And you did get attacked by birds to give her a chance to get in to help
Yeah.
her uncle.
Yeah, that's also true.
hmm
Okay. Did you use or struggle with your pride?
Yes.
Well, gonna have to
Okay.
change mine
Not
between
this
mysteries.
session.
Yeah.
I didn't use mine, but struggling people hated me.
You definitely struggled with it, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's the definition of struggling with it.
Cheerleaders. Now Mel's becoming one of them. See you at the
Okay.
football game, cousin.
That's so fun. Did you put yourself at risk for the other kids?
Nah.
Boy, I think all of you did that
Yeah.
at one point or another.
Yeah, dude.
You guys got into some trouble this time.
Yeah,
And
we did.
have you learned something new? And what is it? Tell me what you
Sweet
learned, everyone.
Dreams are made of these.
Who am I to disagree?
Mike has literally traveled the worlds.
In the
Boy, I've been
70s?
just sitting there staring at that song all session. Like,
Like, please.
come on, hurry up, hurry up. Worth it.
Birds can now speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I imagine a bird being afraid of heights, going, "Oh shit!" shit."
Flying.
Learned about
Oh my
empathy.
gosh, that's
Yells,
really
mine,
funny.
mine. It's like, shut up. Mine.
Mine.
There
Oh
were
my
definitely
God.
probably times a few of us at school tried to approach a bird and be like, Psst, hey, bird.
Hey, you bird. You want to talk to us? Hello. We now have bird friends.
I'm just gonna have them all come up to me and be like, "Duck food, duck food." These are my sandwiches.
Yeah, guys. What does that word sound like?
Yeah, things like that. Yeah.
Duck
Yep,
food.
that's the one.
Ah,
Dog food.
All right. Anything else you learned you want to talk about?
Mel's becoming a cheerleader. Everyone's getting tired.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I'll mention that because we've talked a little bit about it. This game doesn't really like lend itself to like changing classes, like changing playbooks, like the Powered by the Apocalypse games and stuff does. You can like make new characters and build them in different playbooks. However, some of you may find over time that your character's archetype has changed. And so we might be leaning into that soon. So keep an eye out on that,
Ooh.
everybody, because somebody's little archetype on their name cards, those might be changing soon. There's not really anything like mechanically that changes since you're playing the same characters, but yeah, we're
Mhm.
just sort of leaning into the the story archetypes a little bit. So keep an eye out for those.
There are extra types in this drop down than I remember seeing in the.
I think this also includes, there's the expansion.
I'm like, it's
Oh.
player,
Oh, does it?
inventor, show
Yeah.
off, hustler,
This
weirdo.
includes
Yeah, I don't
hustler,
remember show off.
inventor, and role player as well.
Oh.
I'll see if I can find those somewhere, so you guys have access to
Interesting.
those.
Oh,
But yeah,
it's
if
the
you
end of the
think
mystery,
you're-
so we can change, right?
Yeah, so it's the end of the mystery. So we'll talk about these next time if you do change them. I'm not going to put anybody on the spot right now because obviously it's something you want to think about. But we're in the change phase of the mystery now. So if you have changed or learned something new from this experience, God, I hope somebody did. You can think about your problem, your pride, your drive, your iconic item, and your relationships. And I'm adding your archetype to that because those might be changing depending on what's happening around you. And you can change them. Some of them have mechanic effects, obviously, like your pride definitely does and everything. Some of them are more narrative based, but we reached the end of the mystery, so you can change them. This would also be the point at which if you wanted to retire your character and play a new one, then you'd make a new character. In addition, all your conditions are healed. If we missed if your birthday happens in the next couple of weeks, then we deal with that. But yeah, so any of that stuff that you guys want to change, let me know and we'll talk about it, and we'll change it for next time. And if we have any of those changes, we'll talk about them on stream too. It's fun. All right. Any last words?
Thank you.
Thank you. Hope you guys have fun.
Birds are
And-
gone.
No, they're not. They're
No
still
more
there. They're just
birds.
not attacking.
Yep, no more birds. All the birds are gone. No, now just talking birds now. Great. Food. So yeah, that is it for us today. We will be back for this game in 2 weeks at 8 p.m. Eastern time. As always, it's going to be on Thursday, May 28th, so 2 weeks from today. We will be back to start a new mystery of which you have seen the beginnings today. But until then, we got a ton of stuff going on the channel. On Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we've got Saturday Night's Thunderball.
Thunderball.
And it's D&D, the sports. Come watch it. It's really fun. On Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we have The Pursuit of the Black Kestrel, our mini-series, our adventure mini-series in which we're chasing down a pirate ship. And guess what? Last time we found it. And now we're in a creepy cave with a captain who doesn't know what she's doing. So ought to be fun. We might all die. Come find out. 4 p.m. Sunday Eastern Time. On Tuesday, a new episode of Eos, the D&D 5e campaign that Barry runs here on the channel for me and Sean and Alex and another one of our friends, David. It's really fun. We're getting into a lot of shenanigans in that game so far. 7 o'clock on Tuesday. Be there, be square. And then on Thursday, in this time slot, we will have the first official episode of Elegant Suffering, our Good Society, Jane Austen themed RPG run by the illustrious Greek Sid. It's gonna be really fun, and a lot of us are there for that too, and we're fancy people doing fancy things, and yeah, if you like Pride and Prejudice, you'll like it. And that's our next week. In between that, we might have some other stuff, video games, that kind of thing, but follow us on Twitter, where we announce what we're doing and when we go live, and then join our Discord where we're talking about we're back on Animal Crossing again because Alex finally got Animal Crossing, so we're back on that grind. Come be friends with us. We play other games too, and talk about tabletop games and memes and stuff. So yeah, that's all I got. So until then, have a lot of fun. Live your best life, love each other, stay home, and yeah, catch you on the flip side, internet.
Catch you on the flip side, internet.
Bye, internet.
Good night.